Hey guys, this is Mr. Puls here. Hope you guys are doing all right with this with Miss Arena. Um, she said some good things about you guys, so I'm looking forward to coming back to see you guys tomorrow. I can't wait to get back in the classroom, get out of this workshop. I learned a lot of new things, but I'm ready to be back teaching. So um, let's talk a little bit about least common multiple. I know you guys had some questions on this. Maybe you didn't quite fully understand it, so this is basically to help you understand it a little bit better. Okay? So let's talk about what it is first. Okay, least common multiple. Okay, the first thing we have to know is what is a multiple? All right, the easiest way to explain that is it's when you're counting by a number. For example, when we count by threes, we count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on, right? If we count by fives, we count 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. We can go on and on if we want to. An easy way to look at multiples is with the times table, okay? So if we take our example 5, okay? All you have to do is find 5 either on the side, on the top, and look at that line. Okay, so if we look at the 5 line, we see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or we can go from the top, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, those are all multiples of 5. Okay, we can go on and on and on and on if we want to, right? We can go into infinity if you choose to do that. Okay, that's what a multiple is. Okay, we are going to be finding the least. Least, what does that mean? Oh yeah, you're right, it means lowest. Common, what does common mean? Well, maybe you can think of this. Think of something that you have in common with somebody else, right? You and the person sitting next to you might both be, I don't know, soccer players. Okay? If you both play soccer, that's something you have in common. You might both be girls. You might both be boys. Those are things that you have in common. Okay, so when we say that you have something in common with someone else, that's something that you have that is the same. Okay? Multiple, we talked about what a multiple is. Okay? When you count by a number. Okay? So we're going to figure out what's the lowest multiple that two numbers have that is the same. Okay, let's take an example here. Let's do 3 and 4. Okay, we might be doing this a little bit differently than you guys did with Miss Arena, but that is okay. All right, we're going to try it a different way. So it's the same thing, just it looks a little bit different. We're going to start by underlining the largest number, in this case 4. What we're going to do is we're going to start listing multiples of 4. So we will start looking at the table. Oops. And we'll find 4. And I'm just going to look and see what are the multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Okay, we only have to go about maybe 4 or 5 numbers in. And I'm going to list those numbers, or those multiples, under 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Then I'm going to move on to 3. And I'm going to use a little trick here that's going to help you out. Okay? So I'm going to start listing multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, but as I list those multiples, I'm going to ask myself, do I see that multiple over here on the other side? So is 3, does the number 3 have a common multiple with 4? What is the lowest multiple they have in common? So we listed the lowest multiple of 3. Do 3 and 4 both have that in common? Is that the multiple that they have that is the same? And the answer is, of course, no. Right? We don't see we don't see 3 on this side at all. All right? So we're going to keep going. We're going to cross that out. The next multiple of 3 is 6. We're going to do the same thing. Do we see 6 on this side at all? And the answer is no. It's not the lowest common multiple. We're going to move on to 9. Do you see 9 on this side at all? And the answer, of course, is no. There's no 9 on this line at all. Okay? So we're going to cross out 9. We're going to move on to 12. Do you see 12 on this side? And the answer is yes. You see 12 right here. So then that means 12 is our least common multiple. It is the lowest multiple that both 3 and 4 have that is the same. Let's do another example. Let's take 5 and 6. Okay, remember the first step? Write both numbers out. Second step, underline the biggest number. Third step, start listing multiples of the biggest number. So, to find the multiples of 6, I'm going to look at my multiplication table again. Hopefully, in time, you guys will memorize multiples, so you won't have to look at the multiplication table every time. But if you need it, it's a good tool to use. So, 6. Our multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. That's about as far as I need to go. So I'm going to list those multiples under 6. Now I'm going to look at 5 here. And I'm going to use that trick again. I'm going to start listing multiples of 5. We listed multiples of 5 before. That should be pretty easy. So we start with 5. Do you see 5 on this side at all? And the answer is no. Let's cross it out. The next multiple of 5 is 10. Do you see 10 over here? No. 15. Do you see 15 here? No. 20. Do you see that over here? No. 25. Do you see that over here? No. 30. Do they both have 30? And the answer is yes. They both have 30 in common. So, our least common multiple of 5 and 6 is 30. As you can see, it gets pretty simple. You can go pretty fast. And sometimes you can even figure out the answer without even listing multiples, such as with 2 and 4. Right? I can do the problem the same way I just did it. I'll underline the biggest number. Start listing multiples of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. And I'll do the same thing with 2. And I'll ask myself, do I see 2 over here? No. 4, do I see 4 over here? Yes, there it is. Okay, so that's one you can probably do in your head. You can just say, well, I know that 2 goes into 4, so 2 has to be the lowest number that both have in common. Sorry, the lowest multiple that both have in common. Okay? Let's do one more really quickly here. Let's do 8 and 5. Since 8 is the biggest, I will underline it. I'll start listing multiples of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. Okay, I'm going to start listing multiples of 5 now to see if they can go into any number on the other side. Excuse me, to see if they are common or the same with a number on the other side. So 5, does this side have 5? No. 10, does this side have 10? No. 15, do you see 15? No. 20? No. 25? No. 30? No. 35? No. 40? Yes, there it is. So our LCM equals 40. And there you have it. That's about it.